let's just start the party, mate. Come on.
Run the motherfucking rhythm.
So at the very end, it sounds like smelly feet, smelly feet. I smell them feet, you know what I mean? Oh my days. So yeah, some interesting comments there. And I think, where was it? So I'm just looking what Ride's saying. Yeah, so, yeah, okay. So basically, yeah, that Hoover bass is nice, but it does feel a bit like disjointed to what's going off in the tune. But again, that's his personal taste. The panning thing, I think someone else mentioned this. Yeah, this. It's mad because because I've got headphones on, and I'm sure some of you have got headphones on, it does feel like it's like, you know, swashing around in your brain. It's weird, man. It's cool, but as we look at the red over here, so if we play this in mono, go back to stereo. So basically, you said that you couldn't get the top end quite right on it, and the reason why you're probably struggling with the top end is because the stereo information in this tune is slightly dominating, and when that happens, you get that perception of like the tune sounds really bright, or you know, it sounds balanced. But what's happening is it's more of a false perception because it has to sound right in mono. And we, you know, week after week, we do discuss this to always check your mix in mono. So playing this in mono now, here, and then go back to stereo, you notice that the stereo image really jumps out at you. It's not like massively off, but you can see on the correlation meter here. Again, it wouldn't be such an issue on like a vinyl format. It still wouldn't be a problem there. But it is edgy. Like, it is edgy to be like that much stereo. See, this is all nice here, man. But that's the bit there when it goes. It does just feel a bit disjointed. I mean, it's cool, but it's more of a, you know, personal touch, that is. So that drum loop is fine, it's bright enough, everything's fine. But when this drum loop comes in, I think that's where you're struggling. So if we was to bypass the EQ and stuff I've just put on it, and put it back on. So what I've done is I've reduced quite a lot of 8 to 9K because it was just too like splashy, just too much there, man. And then I've lifted out around 3K just to give the drums some presence, and that's the issue I think you're having, is the presence in the drums. And then good old fresh air, I'm like way up in 30%, and that's to just open up that 16K. So other than that, it's just, I think what it is, it's a contrast in the drums. That's all it is, mate. But yeah, I think it's a really nice tune. It translates well. You've just got to remember to just keep on that, you know, mono compatibility. You just got to keep on that, mate. That's the main thing. It's the only thing I can say. So we've got a lot of fire samples popping off today. Right, we're going to move on after DJ Ride just hypes us up, gets us going as always, you know what I mean? So we got some new beast from Ionsphere, but I'm telling you, you've been sending me quite a few bits, man. So yeah, we're locked and loaded for him for the next few shows. Anyway, let's see what he comes with this time, Pete.
something took him.
We're on to something big. To know is one thing, but to believe is completely different.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible.
So you believe in aliens and stuff?
My dad was the leader of that UFO cult.
I've spent my entire life searching for answers, and now I'm a bit afraid of what I'll find.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Quit talking and start mixing.
I've spent my entire life searching for answers, and now I'm a bit afraid of what I'll find.
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's
Trust me, as always, mate, like London's already said, you fucking absolutely smash it when it comes to like the production on the phone. But with that said, even if it wasn't on the phone, it would still be a sick tune. That's the thing. Like, despite we always saying, oh my God, mate, did you make this on the phone? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We know you can make tunes anyway. You're a fucking legend. You know what I mean? From back in Addy day. So, yes, mate, smashed it there. The only thing I felt with that one was it was more of the arrangement. You know what I mean? I think if you was to tidy up the arrangement a little bit, make it less disjointed and a bit like jaggy stop-start, that'd be the one. Because you know, you grips us all up right from the beginning here. Yeah, there's a lot of stereo bass here which you need to tidy up. Look. So like again, like playing it on this, you can see that it's not having a massive effect on the correlation meter. But having something like this, maybe like I need it as a slower time. Let's 20 back. Just as a rule of thumb, mate, you know what I mean? Anything below 150 hertz, just roll off. Now, I know you always tick that you want some sort of like vinyl compatibility in the notes and stuff, but you know, this would need tidying up before it's cut because of that stereo low end. So anything like this. So we can still hear the bass. The bass is still there in stereo, but it's just that we need to remove anything below 100 or 150. It's whatever's like really overpowering. Do you know what I mean? There was some messages I was reading, but you lot are going mental tonight. Where was it? Daps, did you get that? Yes, I did. That's what I say, mate. I've got quite a few of your tunes, to be honest. That's what I say. They're just going to keep rolling over and rolling over.
Kim.
We're on to something.
It's impossible.
The leader of that UFO cult.
So going back to like this arrangement, you know, like we were saying, you've got the intro, then it's like
It's impossible.
there's like a little downwards here before the drop, and it feels like we're still on an intro mission.
And now I'm a bit afraid.
And it breaks down further, then goes to this bit. And I feel personally this needs to come way earlier. Like that should be way earlier. So
What if something took him?
so even after this vocal here, what if, you know, it took him, whatever, and then it comes straight into this, mate. Hey up, mate. Something's gone a bit weird there. Maybe goes on a little bit too long, and I wouldn't have that drum loop there.
We're on to something.
So you've like this whole bit is nearly a minute long. That whole breakdown. But it doesn't quite go back to like the 4/4 flow. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it just feels like you've got a bundle of drum loops. It needs to land back to like this. The 4/4 with, you know, some drums, whatever, is the one, but it just feels like you're jacking for beats. Like every section is different drums, different flavors. So like at the end here, I would just stick with that 4/4 flow with some drums coming in and out and utilize like the strongest parts of this tune. And I think like you'd have a real solid sort of like ravey sort of tune, like, you know, that 92 era. Might even be something that the NSWK boys want. You know what I mean? See, look, Neil's already there, mate. You know what I mean? He's already there. So is man like Wenlock here? I ain't seen him pop up. So yeah, you know what I mean? I think if you tidied that up in the right structure, them boys will probably want this for their label. Yes, simmer. Right, moving on, my DJ. We got man like Drillo G inside. I swear Drillo G's in the chat. You know what I mean? Ball here. So man like Drillo G, dropping it as he always does.
machine. Man can't tell me your gang about aim. Got back, that's both eyes, look on the pagans. 7 bands, so A's, that's countless time to make this stage. Too smoky, I still get pokey. Left my stainless steel with stains. Man, I put crap with stick and twist. It's a stick if you see me wave time. Countless peaceful nights to a storm. I think I'm blessed with a wicked man aim. How many girls do we turn to a seaside? Counting shells on a pagan pave. My solicitors telling me lay low, you're looking at 10 plus years in jail. Broad days riding out on license, now I'm in the wet riding out on bail. Gunpowder, the aroma, she loves up the gunman smell. Still need a bit too rough in the sauna. Gun residue, I got my nails. Me alert and haze, one harder, fuck the drum, we will shave like barbers. Triplets like triple S with blood, now it goes from different mamas. Get black with a get back gang, we circle round and around like karma. Got love doing that gang gang, can we bang bang and we don't say nada. Are you fucking dumb? I'm a robot, boy, I don't. They pop the states with swords and guns. My GGs put guys on TV, don't preview, we put holes in lungs. Trap get paid, invest in guns, them man invest in boobs and bums. Are you fucking dumb? I'm a robot, boy, I don't fucking run. Blue man got pain and day, they pop the states with swords and guns. My GGs put guys on TV, don't preview, we put holes in lungs. Trap get paid, invest in guns, them man invest in boobs and bums. How dare man talk on the Agans, we had the pagans, them on ropes. It's sweeper in the grave, had the pagan boys looking up posts. I'll make that spirit walk, or the doctor gon' break my bones. With a grimly bruise on my team, pissed, I still wait for his soul. But those girls come and I am paying, done a dribble. Rough for law, know why the man ain't dying. I beg man don't push my buttons, come on bang bang and I'm fucking riding. Sliding bro, swerved on a group, riding on the window, perfect time. I love gliding to the floors and sighing. I had to go wax in the cup, but they're burying that like they pray their bruise, shoot. But I rise up off your fucking bruises, the NRPs or the AGBs. I've always still packing up juice. I think my man can rep fool, come on got something he fucking flew. I got broski thinking these Nelly said get like me, I got body on me. More time in the woods with a toy with guns in the car, done it like weed. They give cheap, but talk is cheap, cause the last drug done hit BBC. Road they drugs, but IDC, you can't see me on CCTV. Are you fucking dumb? I'm a robot, boy, I don't fucking run. Two man got pain a day, they pop the states with swords and guns. My GGs put guys on TV, don't preview, we put holes in lungs. Trap get paid, invest in guns, them man invest in boobs and bums. Are you fucking dumb? I'm a robot, boy, I don't fucking run. Two man got pain a day, they pop the states with swords and guns. My GGs put guys on TV, don't preview, we put holes in lungs. Trap get paid, invest in guns, them man invest in boobs and bums.
Rolls up, freedom. See me like 10 years older than me, what fucking joker. Slide round with a super soaker, that
man ain't dying. I beg man don't push my buttons, come on bang bang and I'm my life.
Yo, I'm still out with the dogs, them just posted on the corner like a low life. Back and just smoke my weed, I can't argue with the whole damn world. Gets
that like they pray their bruise, shoot. But it's sweeper view in the grave.
So there we have it. Just a quick little match there, because of course it's gonna fucking associate it with something like Dutchy Valley or something like that. But the thing is, right, when skipping,
swords and guns, my GG's guns, them man invest
your spliff, let's just play it ain't coca. Plus no diploma.
On ropes, it's sweeper view in the grave.
I think the main problem is that like the vocals is a blatant fucking rip, but it sounds like you've done it from like, I don't know, RX or something, and I swear to God, like RX, this is no diss to RX or anything, because they make some serious stuff, but their ripping software is just not on par with like other people out there. Like there's so many other companies out there that are just way better, and someone was saying like, oh, the reason why it's just not as like, I don't know, as clean or as good is because that's not like the angle they're going. And I was thinking, but you're talking about stem separation, it's not really separating the stems, do you know what I mean? And then the amount of money you pay for that shit, you would have thought like it's big, you know, it's one of the best, but I don't know, man. Maybe the latest versions are better, but I don't know, man.
It's sweeper view in the grave.
But basically, if we just like loop this bit,
it's sweeper view in the grave. And the pagan boys looking up holes, I'll make that spin rip.
See me like 10 years older than me, what fucking joker. Slide round with a super soaker, duck down, you might get soaked up.
I am playing, done a dribble. For law, no.
Now the thing is, like, you know, I said to you at the beginning, I was like, the output on this just feels like really pushed. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, what levels are you aiming for? Are you aiming for a particular loudness? Are you aiming for a particular like final finish? Because, you know, with this style of music, it doesn't need to be like drum and bass loud or anything like that. It just doesn't need to be so pushed at all. And if you have a look at a lot of these tunes, you know, the ones that is recommended, we reference it to, they're no louder than -9 lufs. Do you know what I mean? So yours is like
Action on TV, don't pre we put holes in lungs. Trap get paid, invest in guns, them man invest in
find the
booze.
bit here.
It's sweep a few in the grave, and the pagan boys looking up holes. I'll make that spin revolve, all the dot gon' break.
when that kick hits, yours is like dipping right into -7, which again it's not a problem, but you know, the kick sounds nice, it sounds punishing. If you want it to sound driven like that, that's cool. But I think what's blurring us with this is the vocal. I used what's it called? I used Remix, and I turned the vocals up by, I don't know, 2 dB, just because they felt like they weren't quite sitting there. But you tell me, mate. You tell me what's going on. I mean, it's a nice tune. It's just that for me, like listening to it from a fresh ear, it's like, yeah, the kick's a bit driven. It feels a little pushed. It doesn't need to be that sort of driven or harsh. And also, the kicks, like I said, is kicking your knee off, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because it's that sharp. But again, it doesn't need to be like that, you know, powerful. Mrs. Gold, welcome in. I hope you're good. But mate, as always, man, it's nice to hear the tunes with vocals in. You know what I mean? We always say that. And your production's always getting better and better. I think with the track being quite empty in terms of like low end, because you've just got the kick doing the work. Do you know what I mean? There's no B line. Well, there is a B line, but it's not like continuous. Man like Good as Gold in Addy Place.
And the pagan boys looking up holes. I'll make that spin revolve, all the dot gon' break.
So I think, you know what it is, right? I think it's just the kick and the bass contrast. That's it. You like that one? Like, you kick your knee off, mate. You lose your kneecap on that one. You know what I mean? If you was in the club, that's it. Done, mate. Done. Right. Listen.
What the hell? Oh my God. No way. Yeah.
Right, we're gonna move on now. Next in, we got man like London, and we got a track which is under 6 minutes from him, so he's getting better. So let's do this. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's go, man. Let's go. I've done the fizz stick now as well, so that's gone. So I'm on the water now. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Rhythms. What we saying, bro? I got your tune lastminute.com. Rhythms, just so you know. fucking London just comes in and just like smashes the place up. Like when that beeline came in, it just put a smile on my face. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, it's like this tune takes you from like one era to the next era, and it's really, really nice, mate. I like this tune. It just needs a bit of refinement, a bit of massaging, mate. So where is it? Here. Oh, Jesus. That is crazy right there. Yeah, it's just like tear the roof off, you know, one of them. So I don't know what's happening, but the sub is very powerful. I mean, you can see the waveform, like it's proper shaved off. It's a sausage, mate. So that's playing a role. If you could get that effect just on the bass without it affecting the drums, because essentially what's happening is you've got this level, and it just feels like everything gets scooped. So at this particular point, let's just put it on loop. So essentially what's happening is the drums just feel like really scooped out. Now this could be a case of like you've either notched the bass up, then notched the treble up, then notched the bass up, then notched the treble up, because you know sometimes that's what happens. You feel like, oh, it needs more bass, you put more bass on, and you'll come back to it and you feel like, oh, you know what, I need more treble, and then you're constantly adjusting the seesaw, or you're playing the track back at different levels constantly, like you're turning it up, you're turning it down, turning it up, turning it down. Remember, like when you make tunes or mix down or produce whatever, it's always best to have like one level. You know what I mean? There's no point in just turning it up, because some people feel like, oh, I've got to turn it up so I can see or hear what the bass is doing. But that's stupid, because what happens is your room gets involved, and then you get this false perception of low end because your room gets involved. It sounds bigger than what it is. So then you turn it back down and go, oh, it now seems dull, so I need to turn the treble up, and you're constantly fighting against yourself. So I mean, I would just get like a good pair of headphones and just use that as like check-in, or just do that as the consistent thing. If your room's not like I don't know, if it's not quite right, it's too much verb or flutter, or it's not treated in any way whatsoever, then I would just go to headphones, because you could spend the best part of a couple of £100 on a pair of headphones, and you'd get far better results than you buying like a pair of monitors for £500, then spend another £500 on your room, and you still won't get anywhere, with your room, that is. Because in order to treat your room, you've got to spend dough, and I mean dough, just to capture, to sustain the low end. A lot of people buy the foam, and that will only take care of the top frequencies. So if you fill your room with foam, what you've done is you've just deadened the room, but you've not controlled the low end. So again, you've tilted the seesaw effect again already. So if you've got the DT90s, what I would suggest is going on Beyerdynamics website and download their plugin. They've got a free plugin. You put in your serial number into the VST whatever, and it will completely calibrate the headphones. And I think that might be why you're killing all the top end, like the best part of the top end. See, when you go to this tune, and remember, we've EQ'd it as well, so let's take the EQ off. them are saying exactly what we just did, and that was before we even played them, is boost the mids, and that's what we've done. So if we turn it back on again, so yeah, this would be nice if you was to not push it so hard, to hear what's happening, and then we get a nice mix on this, because essentially this could be deadly, mate. This could be deadly. So we're going to move on, because London, I really like that tune. I know it's got potential, mate, you know, but in its current state, we need to peel it back a little bit. Do you know what I mean? We need to peel it back and probably work with that with Gargantua Part 3 or something. Do you know what I mean? Right. So, people, again, I'm yeah, I beat a test for mastering the mix, but I don't get paid. But I can't, you know, mate, trust me, reference free, I can't recommend it highly enough. It's so sick. You literally put together your own selection of tunes. So I've got like a handful of jungle tunes, a handful of drum and bass tunes, a handful of house tunes, blah, 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 blah. And then when you hit analyze, it'll reference the track, and it'll pull up the tunes you've got in your sort of like reference folder. And it's going to pull out tunes you wouldn't think of using. So honestly, it's really well worth getting if you you know, want to get your mix game on. Right, peeps, let's move. We got man like Jungle Rhythms in the place, about ready to blow us up with his bass. I've not properly heard this yet, because literally he sent it about 10 minutes before the show started. But what I can see already is a lot of bass, because it's red. Red
In
up.
the process, they've been the true renegades.
For fire!
But we like the bass, don't we, mate? It's all about the bass.
In the process, they've been the true renegades.
Old Blade Runner. Mr. Blado.
rebels always walk alone anyway.
Love it, mate. I like the little sample at the end there, man. The saxophone is so sick, mate. It's fucking awesome, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the contrast, the mix is kind of there, mate. You know what I mean? Like we flick from this to this.
Dial to max until catcher is.
So again, a little bit of EQ on there. The only thing that I did was really pushed out the super high frequencies of like 15, 16 hertz. 16k, sorry. There's a little bump again at around 1.5k. That's just to try and push the drums into a bit more focus. And then I just basically scooped out all the stereo bass that's in there. But like, considering the track is what, like 5 minutes, best part of 5 minutes, we listened to all of that. It didn't really get boring. Like some people, you said yourself, there's still bits that you want to do, which is cool. The pad, the strings, that like eerie sort of cinematic pad, it goes throughout the whole tune. So it'd be nice if there was a nice 16 bar section without that, just to let the tune, the drums and the bass do its job, you know what I mean? Other than that, it needs a bit of a breather. I know you got the breakdown here, but you've still got the bass going. So it just needs a bit of a breather. You need to remove that cinematic sort of sound in places, and that's it. For me, it's more of an arrangement thing again. That, you know, the mix is quite there. You know, it's not miles off. It's great. Maybe a couple of little drum edits here and there to, you know, bit of ear candy. But other than that, mate, absolutely fucking wicked, mate. So yeah, nice one for that, Madij. We're jumping across to the other side of the pond now to Mr. Del Monte. He needs no introduction.
Live and direct.
was. Trust me.
Live and direct.
What does the 8 ball say? What's the 8 ball saying? Yeah, the 8 balls is feeling you today, mate. Says sure, with a dog face.
What's up, y'all? Back me in school.
So this just in, we've just received the part 2, mate. So part 2 coming up. Part 2 just in, mate. So here we are, V2 inside the place. Mate, I'm fucking going home. Like, literally, there was probably like 3 or 4 rewinds on that. We had the quick update. Mate, trust me, man. This is fucking bad. Pure bad. I love this breakdown. It was perfect timing as well. Yeah, trust me, mate. So, mate, that's another one. That's another one, man. Because that's another one. We need, mate, those last couple of bits you've been sending, send true word by. Send them through, mate. Some pre-master business, because yeah, the flames are flickering, mate. So yeah, ping that across when you're ready, mate. You know what I mean? Send it across the pond. You know how we do. Right, so stepping in is man like Doms and Jumanji inside the place. Oh my days. On fire! And if you've not purchased a copy, then what rock are you under? You know what I mean? We've got some bad man business on the label. I'm the one for you. I'm the one for you. Show love, baby. I'm the one for you. I'm the one for you. The thing is, you can't hear that because they weren't coming through. But yeah, so we got 2 bangers from Doms and Jumanji on the Compound Dubs. So just get over to flipping the Compound Dubs Bandcamp, because trust me, mate, in the first week alone, it just smashed it. So I'll drop the link in there in a minute. I think the link's been popping up. Yeah, I think you could hear a little bit because it was bleeding through my headphones. But guys, like, there's 2 absolute sick, like, raw breaks, rare groove business from the guys, man. Absolutely wicked stuff. So let's see what they got this time. Doms and Jumanji, Rough Edge.
Survive the horrors that await them. The battle between dreams and reality. Can they survive the horrors that await them?
As we do this, oh yeah, Papa G, if you're ready to roll, mate, we'll definitely raid into you. Goes without saying, mate. Doms and Jumanji, Rough Edge, Rough is arseholes.
Quit talking and start mixing.
Run the track!
Battle between dreams and reality. Can they survive the horrors that await them? The battle between dreams and reality? Can they survive the horrors that await them? The battle between dreams and reality. Can they survive the horrors that await them?
The track is just solid, mate. Like, absolutely solid work there, man. Like, literally, the drums, the bass, everything, all in nice context, mate. I think you've done an absolute wicked job on the track, a wicked job on the mixdown, everything, mate. I'm saying, mate. So these were played at level matched, and yours sounds sharp, solid. You know what I mean? The transition on it is really, really nice, mate. So big pat on the back for you guys there. So we're gonna move to the last one, because the Doms and Jumanji tune just smashed it. You know, there's not really much to say in terms of feedback. The feedback is it's sick, bro. So stepping up, the last one inside the ride. Papa G also got his tune in like 5-10 minutes before the show started as well. So we have man like Papa G, Jamie G, Bad Boy Style. Oh my days. Literally fucking gone home, mate. Literally about ready to turn my computer off. Jesus. Jamie G, Papa Jizzle, Bad Boy Style. Mate, I didn't piss myself. Fucking shit myself. Mans are taking the piss. days. Trust me, man. Like, if you keep sending tunes in like this, then there's going to be nothing to talk about other than just how sick they are. So, guys, fucking hell, man. Smashing it. Smashing it. So, yeah, everyone sending some fucking absolute fire right now. Absolutely wicked stuff. So, everyone's production's getting better and better and better to the point where, like, we're not really, you know, advising too much on, you know, EQ. It's most of them have been more about arrangement and just, you know, oh, yeah, just probably turn this up and turn that down. But, yeah, you guys are smashing it now, man. Absolutely wicked tunes. And, Neil, like I say, apologies for any confusion there, man. But anybody that wants to send a tune, just go through that link which is pinned at the top, because then that way it will get locked in. I can see it. You know, I have this little number system so I can see what shows we played what and whatever. So yeah, G, are you logged in? Are you ready to go, mate? Because what we can do is we'll roll over to man like Papa G. Get him locked in. I just seen you go live now, mate. So what I'll do is I'll get that locked in. I'm gonna play that new thing that I cooked up in a matter of an hour or two. So while I play this, I'm gonna just quickly lock into Papa G. So check this out, people. Something that I made just on a quick one. So check this.
Wake me up out of me sleeping slumber. Tell me right now it's like them warm me number. Them ask me fi come and them send me fi enter. Send for the one them call him Black Tarantula.
When you go down south, sometimes you won't feel the style in them, you know? Cause you know, rounds bad boy.
Them all know me name and they know where me come from. Them all know me name and they know where me come from. Come on the rhythm figure, show them me station. Come on the rhythm figure, show them me station. Know where me live and them know where me come from. Give me microphone, me
Trust me, peeps.
send for the MC, the one with
So as we said earlier,
Jamaica. Give them respect for it, worldwide and give me respect.
so this was made ages ago, man. Like, the original vocal was made like 20 years ago in my mum's house, and nothing really ever happened with this tune. Sent it about a few places. Yeah, don't worry, man, I'll send it. No, I mean, I need to add some more drums to it, some like little fills and some pots and pans, you know how it is. But I spoke to Spider and them, and I was like, what's the deal with this then? Like, what can I do with it? And they were all like, you know that we've got an agency now and it's got to go through the agency. And I'm like, yeah, but I know you guys do jump up. This ain't really your thing. Do you know what I mean? But who's done a jungle tune like this with Spider?
Why worry me, say tell me why friend. Come in on the place upon the king discotheque.
So what my thoughts is, if they can't do nothing with it because they don't want to put it out because of the association or whatever they're doing, because I know them guys are fucking on Mars right now. I'm just like, fuck it, let's just do some white label, you know what I mean? Let's just do some white label. That's what I'm saying. Right, I think we've raided out, peeps. You know what I mean?